Okay, boys, it's time to fucking lock in because we haven't recorded a video in a long time. So, day 51, less than 20 days until 2025, right? And I did this winter arc, 70 days until 2025, January 1st. And so, we need to fucking lock in, if I'm being fucking honest, okay? We've been slacking on the videos, and right now, honestly, the biggest thing I can think about is like we just need to increase the amount of discipline and consistency that we are fucking doing, okay? Because the main goal of the winter arc was basically to increase our level of masculinity, to become more of a fucking man, right? And so discipline is doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And if I'm being honest, quite lately, I haven't been doing the hard work, especially when I don't feel like it. I've been like watching anime, reading manga, shit like that. Though, damn, I can't believe I've been doing that shit, honestly, saying out loud. But like, yeah. So we gotta be disciplined enough to like record these videos. Cause honestly, I did have time to record it, but I didn't do it. You know why? Because we were being we're being a bitch. Okay? I even say it to my friends when they want to skip the gym and shit, but this is me want to skip making videos. It's just because you're being a bitch. Don't make any other excuses than you're being a bitch. You feel me? Like I really don't like hearing all that other shit like, oh, because of this, because of that. Like quite honestly, have some self-respect to say that you were just being a bitch. You didn't want to record the fucking video. Okay? Same thing when you don't want to hit the gym. You were just being a bitch. Okay? So stop being a bitch. Okay? So increase your level of discipline by doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. But also the fucking consistency. Consistency matters a whole lot. I think this is something that I personally need to get good at, because quite honestly, like I could have like one day where I work for like 4 or 5 hours straight, and then the next 2 3 days I don't do shit, right? And I come up with these rationalizations like, oh, I did a lot of work the previous day, so I don't need to work that much today. Like, no, every single day is a different day. You feel me? It's another day to give your gifts to the world. Okay, so don't ride on your past success. Okay, but also don't dwell on your past failures. Okay, every single day is a different day. So that means every single day is a day to do the work, is a day to hit the gym, is a day to record the videos, right? It's just another day. Don't be in the past, don't be in the future. Be where your feet are, be in this present moment, okay? And so every single day we're doing the work, consistency, okay? And that consistency is over time. It takes time to be consistent. You gotta be like when you're hitting the gym, it takes time. You gotta be in the gym every single day for months, for years, for many years just to build the physique that you want, okay? And so it's going to take time. And those actions, that time will help create new habits. And if you know what habits are, it's just repetitive actions over time, okay? So like, how do you build the habit of a guy that goes to the gym, or of a bodybuilder? Repetitive actions is you go to the gym, you hit that chest press, and you do it over a long period of time, over months, years, decades. You know what I mean? So that's that. And like I always say, I said in my old videos, it's like, if you want to create a new identity of yourself, if you want to become a different person, if you want to become, like in my case, more masculine, a more masculine version of myself, you got to create the habits of that masculine person. You got to create the habits that that person would have. And those habits are created from actions, repetitive actions. Okay? So, we gotta basically take action repetitively, meaning I'm gonna be my main focus is to like record these videos repetitively every single day that passes. I don't care if I lost my job. I don't care if you know I don't have the whiteboard. I ran out of fucking markers. I don't fucking care. Like every single day you record a video, okay? Every single day. That's kind of like my mentality. And I was like, I'm gonna have to be doing the work, right? And every single day, okay? And the work is boring. I'm telling you, it's boring. It's not that stimulating. And I truly believe that honestly, I got bored with making these videos one of the main reasons why though is like I believe I got bored is because my dopamine levels were like fucking what's this called? What's that called? Burnt. It was burnt. It was raised too much by watching these animes and by watching manga and shit like that, by listening to like hardcore music when I'm driving in the car. It's like my dopamine levels are fried, okay? So that's why I believe like making these videos, I kind of lost the drive. And again, you don't need fucking drive. But one other thing is like you don't need the drive, but you also gotta stop consuming too much highly stimulating content. Okay, that's gonna fuck up your dopamine receptors, and I think that's kind of what happened to me, and that's why I stopped making videos. That's why I fucking fell off. Okay, so it's gonna be boring. You just got to deal with it, and over time, as you stop consuming too much content, as you stop frying your dopamine sensors, it'll start being fun. A quote I would like to remember, that I like to remind myself of, is you gotta make it so that your business is the most fun thing to work on, or your work is fun, right? Your work is the most fun thing to do. And that's the stage that we want to get to, okay? So in order for that to happen, you got to cut out other quote unquote fun things, other stimulating things. That this is actually the most stimulating, the most fun thing to do. It's recording these videos. And so that's what I'm trying to get at with my current situation. Okay, and then number 2 is progressive overload, meaning that we don't want to jump over the edge. We don't want to, start benching 315 if we never benched 135 in our lives. We want to progressive overload, right? So start somewhere and then add a little bit more, a little bit harder than last time. Okay, and so what I have is, well, let's start with embrace your edge. Okay, so as you guys know, your edge, like I like thinking of you in a circle, right? You are in a circle. Well, actually, no, you're not in a circle. Take out the stick man. There's a little circle, and inside is comfort. I'll just say fucking C. C for comfort, right? And on the outside is fear. You want to be right here at your edge. It's kind of like progressive overload, because when you're at your edge, it is uncomfortable, okay? And that's the area of growth, okay? Area of growth is right here, optimized at the edge of comfort. If you're in your comfort zone too much, like me, just like sitting there passively watching anime and shit, you are not gonna progress. You are not gonna take action, and you're not going to achieve your goals, right? But if you do something that's too far out of your league, right? You just cold turkey everything, or you like try to bench press more than you can actually handle, you're one, probably injure yourself in the gym, but two, you won't be able to stick to it. And again, like what I said here is we want to be creating habits, right? We don't want a one-time thing. One of the things that I did like one day was just I recorded like 4 hours of videos in one sitting, and I like recorded like 18 videos for like a course. Like you guys know I was trying to make a course, right? But then the next few days I didn't do shit. And so that was like, yes, it was good that I did the work and shit, but like if I can't stay consistent, if I can't, build up this consistency, it's not as strong, right? I'd rather be able to make videos every single day. We may have that habit of doing it, and that will lead to more growth. That would lead to more progress, okay? So basically my little advice is like, you want to be at the edge of your comfort zone. You want to be progressively overloading, meaning that you're in that uncomfortable spot, but it's not too bad that you can't do it, right? It kind of reminds me of like flow too. Like I'll just draw it here. Flow is like the optimal level of flow is like between challenge and skill. Like I forgot. I can actually be either one. Challenge and skill, right? If your skill is too good and if your skill is too good but the challenge is too low, the fuck? But the challenge isn't there, the fuck? I totally forgot. But basically, you want to be in this little here, because this is where you enter flow. I totally forgot how to. You guys can search up the flow chart when you guys are ready. But basically, you want your skill and the challenge to be at peak, at the edge, at the right. If you're too skilled and the challenge isn't there, you're gonna get bored. If your challenge is too high and you don't have enough skill for that, you're going to feel fear. You're going to feel like it's too much. You're going to get that anxiety and you won't be able to perform. The best place you can perform is when your skill meets your challenge. Your optimal skill meets the optimal challenge. And that will help you enter that flow state. Because that flow state is where you can optimally perform. Okay? So that's just a little thing that I had on the epiphany of my brain power. Okay? But yeah, so there's that. Okay? So it's all over the place, but who cares? Essential task for me is just to record these whiteboard videos. Honestly, at least to grow the YouTube channel, is to record these whiteboard videos every single fucking day. Don't matter anything that happens in my life, okay? Remain unchanged from outside influences. So we are going to be recording these fucking videos, and I'm like trying to I'm saying a promise for myself, you know, for the future, and then you'll probably see like if I stick to it or not. You know what I mean? Because the accountability is the YouTube channel, and so you can see if I'm a little bitch or not, if I record these videos or not. Okay? And then what I have here on this bottom part is to how to level up myself, and that's still my own lock-in time, right? My own winter arc is like I need to level up myself. It's the number one is like less stimulation. Again, I believe that I'm not able to do, one of the reasons why I'm not able to do the work is because I've been consuming too much, right? Because I believe that the work I do is boring, that it's not, you know, it's not stimulating enough. And that's because of this. So I need to stop consuming too much knowledge, meaning like too much courses, too much videos, too much, consuming. You feel me? Like anime, manga, music, it's too much. Okay, it's too much, and that the work itself becomes boring. It's like, I don't want to do that. It's not fun. You know what I mean? I want to get to the stage where the work is fun. Okay, so less stimulation, more action. Meaning, more action is good. Meaning, I'm doing the work, I'm producing, I'm putting out into the world. You know, I'm giving my gifts, my God-given gifts to the world, and therefore I'm in the state of creation. I'm in the state of divine creation, and that's what we want. Okay? And number two is track progression, kind of in the same way we do in progressive overload. You're gonna have to know what your how you're leveling up. Tracked progression. Like it's kind of like you see your level bar in in a video game. Like I'm level 2, but then I need like 500 more XP to reach level 3. You know what I mean? You gotta have like track progression, knowing what progress. Or right here. This is what I put here. What doesn't get managed, or what doesn't get tracked doesn't get managed. Meaning, if I want to improve in a certain area, shape, or form, tracking it will help me manage it. Meaning, tracking it will help me know where I can improve, what I can do. Okay? Because if you don't track it, you don't know what area to improve. So like in the gym, like progressive overload, if you don't track it, right, you're not going to know if you're getting stronger than you were last time, right? And yeah, so we want to be tracking it. So the metrics for me that I want to track right here. So number one is the number of videos produced. This is like I want to be able to make the daily uploads again, because I was able to do that. I was able to do that when I first started doing this Winter Arc series. It's like number of videos produced, because like I put on the other side of it, what would okay, again, focusing on the inputs rather than the outputs, right? So if I focus on how many number of videos produced, that would indefinitely lead to more YouTube growth, right? Again, the central task, what can I do? What can I focus on, right? So if I produce more videos, it is very likely that my YouTube will grow, okay? So I should be focusing on the inputs, which is video production, okay? So that's the one thing I should focus. No, number one. Number two is the number of minutes meditated. So I really believe that, being present in the moment is so damn fucking important, right? Because God resides in the present moment. If you're going to tap into your God-given intellect, you got to be present, right? If you want God to be present in your life and you want to steer away from sin, be present in the moment, okay? You got to use that focus, that power to your advantage. And so I'm going to be meditating because meditation will help improve my presence, and that's why it's here. So number of minutes meditated is another metric to track. I'm going to try like progressively overloading this one too. So like I'm going to start with 10 minutes every single day, right? Because I've done like 15 minutes before, but that's worked progression, right? So I feel like I slacked off now. I'm going to need to re-rack the weights and try again, which means that I'm gonna have to start lower with like 10 minutes a day. Hell, I could start with 5 minutes a day, but I'm gonna try 10. Okay, so number on the scale, this is for aesthetics, right? If you want to know if you're becoming more aesthetic, at least for me, like I want to see the weight scale drop, right? If I want to get that, that hollower cheeks or some shit like that, or just more like, this is more on the health side, right? So tracking the number on the scale is gonna help you. Know if you're making more progress. And so like one of my it's this little goal. It's not like it's one of my main goals. Again, the main goals was the number 1 and number 2, right? So it's like tracking the number on the scale. Like how much do you weigh? How much do you weigh every single fucking day? And knowing what you are eating. Because I know what I'm eating, honestly, because I eat the same thing every day. I like ground beef, or ground pork, eggs, bananas, milk, butter. Okay, so I literally eat the same thing. And so all I need to change, like once I know the number on the scale, is how much I'm eating of each one of those. I personally don't like tracking calories, but if you're eating a bunch of different food, you're probably gonna need to track calories. What I'm doing is just I'm eating the same food and looking at the weight scale, and then, if I'm not making the progress that I want, right, adjust how much I'm eating of whatever food. Okay, so that's me. Okay, number 4 is number of hours worked. Okay, so again, if you have a part-time job or a full-time job, if you want to make more money, you look at how much hours you are working. Okay, even if you're doing like an online business, like my YouTube videos, if I want to know if I'm gonna progress, with my YouTube videos and making my courses and shit, I gotta see how many hours am I actually putting into it. Okay, so how many hours you're putting into something kind of shows like how much progress you're gonna make, right? If I spend like 100 hours on Fortnite grinding, shooting people out of the sky, I'm probably gonna get good at shooting people out of the sky. You know what I mean? That's just a little side tangent because I played Fortnite a lot before. Okay, I don't do it anymore. Okay, and number 5 is number of words written, and this is to increase the amount of creativity. Again, like it's easy to track this one too, because if you're typing on the computer, all you need to do is like check the word count and shit. But if you're doing it like if I wanted to do it on a sheet of paper, I would probably do how many pages written or how many paragraphs written. You know what I mean? So I think this is a good thing to track. Like, okay, every single day I want to hit one page on Google Docs. You know what I mean? Or every single day I want to hit like 500 words per 500 words written. Every single day I want to be working at least 2 hours on my business. All right? Or if I'm going to my part-time job, full-time job, every week I want to hit at least 30 to 40 hours, because if I hit 40 hours, this is how much income I make. It's really, really that simple. You got to track your metrics. You got to track your metrics. And I'm saying you got it, but like I'm saying it to myself. Like tracking these metrics is fucking matters. It really does fucking matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a little paper. I'm going to write, that's why I put here, create wallpapers and shit. I'm going to have a paper right in front of my weight scale, so that all I need to do is like track, go on the weight scale, see the weight, and write it on the freaking wall. Right? I'm gonna have one over here that's with these other shit. Right? Oh, actually, I meditate right there. Again, same thing. I'm gonna right next to where I meditated, I'm gonna put like how many minutes meditated. 10. How many minutes meditated? 10, 10, 10, 10. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna legit put like a tracker right next to every single place that I do these things. You feel me? Ooh, right here. For that one. Anyway, I'm just talking out of my ass now. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to lock the fuck in. Okay, so actionable steps is to take action plus track your metrics, right? Take fucking action, bro. Action precedes clarity. Action is the way you progress. Action is the way of man. Action is creation. Action is everything. So man must take action. Okay, and then track the actions that you take. Actions create the habits, and habits create new identity of yourself. Okay, and so that's the way we're gonna fucking lock in. I'm gonna complete the rest of the shit on my habit tracker. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Deuces.